We love you, Bill. We want to put you on YouTube. But we know we have to buy some ice cream.
Pinipita pila man na.
Oh, looks lovely.
Magnum.
Wow.
See? Magnum.
Salamat.
Nag-gis ni na. Ay, muha ng sobra. Keep the change.
Thank you.
So you put the ice cream.
Nice. Where's my ice cream?
Magnum.
Magnum.
Philippine made. Ta-da!
Yeah. Oh, that's a big one. Salamat. This is a 2018 Subaru Forester 2-litre injection 4-cylinder petrol engine. It's automatic with all-wheel drive. Now last week we took this vehicle down to what's called the Land Transportation Office here in the Philippines to have its annual registration renewed. Because I'm from England, I'm trying to compare what happens over there to how things are over here. And as I've concluded, there is no such thing as a Ministry of Transport test here in the Philippines. In England, once a year you would take your car to an MOT station where it would have a number of checks done on it, which happens to be very stringent checks. There's a lot involved in an MOT test back in England. But here in the Philippines, like I said, there is no MOT test. But once a year you will take your vehicle here for a registration renewal, which will involve an emission test on your vehicle and quite possibly a tyre check and light check. That is probably about the best you're going to get here. So the emphasis is very much on the owners to keep their vehicles maintained. Now I've been driving around the Philippines here for about 2.5 months now, and I see many old vehicles that are in pretty poor condition. That is just the way it is over here. For anyone from the Western world to come over here and experience this, you may well be asking yourself, is there any kind of enforcement agency that are going to take cars off the road if they're in that poor condition? Well, to be honest with you, that's a little bit unclear, probably a grey area. However, the Land Transportation Office, they do have officers which will stand by the side of the road. I have seen them, and they will pull over motorbikes, lorries and possibly cars and give them inspections. It won't be much of an inspection, but if they find anything defective, they will fine the owners of those vehicles. Whether they would take them vehicles off the road and impound them, I do not know. Maybe some of you out there will know the answer to that. I've not been through that situation yet. Anyway, what I was going to say now, because I've had this Subaru tested, or its registration renewed should I say, I'm going to break down the paperwork so you can see what it involves. And as the title of the video says, how much has the insurance cost? Because the registration renewal of this Subaru includes a third-party liability insurance. And I'm going to tell you how much that insurance has cost for the next 12 months. You'll be surprised. We had the registration renewed on this Subaru on the 27th of March. They told us they couldn't give us the paperwork that particular day because they were only working half the day, and as the Easter weekend was coming up, they would text message us when it was ready. So on the 2nd of April we received that text message and we went and picked the paperwork up, and here it all is. Now I cannot show you what is written on this paperwork because YouTube gets a little bit funny about data protection and they would probably take this video down. So you'll have to take my word for it, what is actually written here. But I shall run through what we have, and the first is an official receipt for the emission test carried out on the Subaru, which was 600 pesos. The second receipt we have is the receipt for the registration renewal. Now I'll have to break this down a little bit because it has written here delinquent registration. Because Ken had let her registration lapse, it was a little bit overdue, they fined her 1,150 pesos. So I will leave that off the total. But basically the actual price of the registration renewal was 4,655 pesos. So that's the receipt for that. Now also with this registration renewal you get a certificate of registration, an official certificate. Now when the guy was actually looking at the car and doing the emission test, he went inside the car, and I will link that video just here. He got some chalk or crayon, whatever it was, and inside the car you had the chassis number stamped on the body of the car. He got his crayon and rubbed over the chassis number. Then he got a piece of clear sellotape and put it over the chalk so he had a copy of the chassis number on the sellotape. He attached that piece of sellotape with the chassis number onto this certificate, which is actually here now. So any government official who wants to see this official certificate of registration will see that the actual chassis number was taken directly from the vehicle and put onto this certificate. Bit of an odd way of doing things, but I guess that's how it is out here. So that is our certificate of registration, which obviously has all the car details and an official number on it and all that. Now this is the big one. Because in this whole registration package, here in the Philippines it is mandatory to have a third-party liability insurance. It's like a bare bones insurance policy, but you have to have it. So, which I think is actually a good thing, because at least once you've renewed the registration on your vehicle, you will be covered by some form of insurance. Even though it may not be much, it's better than nothing. Now first of all, there is an official receipt of the price. This is what you all want to know. And if you know how much this costs, quiet, I'm going to tell you. For the next 12 months, that Subaru will be insured for the price of 1,500 pesos, which equates into English money about £21. I should think quite a few of you over there in England will be thinking to yourselves right now, holy shit, I wish I could insure my car for £21 a year. Bloody hell, Jesus Christ, that is cheap. Anyway, let me just explain a little bit about this insurance. It has a limit of liability, which is 100,000 pesos. Now that really isn't a great deal, but it's better than nothing, like I said. If you were to be involved in an accident which was your fault, it won't cover you and it won't cover your vehicle, but it will cover the other person. If they have any injuries, it will cover their medical expenses and it will cover damage to their vehicle or property. So that's basically what it covers. Also in this insurance policy there are a few limitations as to use, but it says here who can drive basically this Subaru. Ken obviously, who is the insured, and any person with the insured's permission can drive that Subaru. So I think that's pretty good actually. The limitations as to use is for use for social, domestic and pleasure purposes. You'll probably be familiar with that. The policy does not cover, however, use for the hauling and or carrying of logs, lumber, sand, gravel, bottled beverages, gasoline products and or other inflammable articles or materials. It also does not cover use for racing, pacemaking, reliability trial or speed testing. So that's basically about it. Now you can, if you wanted to, if you had a very nice vehicle and you wanted something a bit more comprehensive than this insurance, you can go out and get yourself a nice comprehensive insurance here in the Philippines. You can even get clauses in your insurance to cover you for acts of God, like such as landslides, floods, or even trees falling on vehicles and crushing them. It depends how much you want to pay really. I guess it can vary from anything from around about £100 to £700-800 or more. But if you're on a budget and you want to get your registration renewed, well, you have to have your registration renewed, it in that package, it comes mandatory with this third-party liability insurance. So at least you are covered for the next 12 months with this basic insurance. It's better than nothing, and it's cheap. It may not be cheap to a lot of the people over here, but to someone like me who comes from England, and I kind of know what kind of prices insurance premiums are costing over there now, which is, believe me, flipping a joke, scandalous. It's like it's another world over here. £21 for 12 months cover. At least you can jump in that car and you can drive around, as long as you have a driving licence and you're medically fit to drive that car. You've got 12 months cover. Anyway, there you go. I just thought I'd bring that little point up. I couldn't believe how cheap it was. But now we know exactly what is entailed in that whole insurance, well, not insurance, registration renewal package, which costs, by the way, for this particular Subaru, it costs 6,755 pesos when you add it all together, which is around about £95 in British money. So if you said £100 in British money, that covers the cost of your vehicle check, it covers the cost of your insurance for the next 12 months and your registration renewal. So you're legal, once again, as long as you've got driving licence and everything else to go with it. That's pretty damn cheap motoring, I'd say. So there you go. That's all I have to say on the matter. Now we all know. Anyway, I just thought I'd bring that little thing up because I thought that was quite interesting. Anyway, I'm going to get off now. I'm popping into town, other things to do. You know how it is. See you in a bit. What have we got? We've got some rice, noodles, probably beef. That looks like chicken. What's that called? Chihuahua.
This is what I'm telling you. I need to go Davao for this one.
Look at those lovely little sandwiches there.
Sandwich. Tuna sandwich.
Oh, we've got all the sauces. Cucumber. Very nice. I'm feeling rather hungry. What are you having, Ken?
Beef steak, I guess. Beef steak, and then the mussels.
Are you going to try? Oh, the mussels. You're going to try the mussels.
Shrimp, chicken, and then I don't know how you call it. Maybe it's a Filipino dish. And then noodles, chop suey, the one you like.
Oh yeah, I do like that. I'm going to definitely have some of that. Chop suey. This here, like vegetables. Yummy. Well, it is certainly nice in here. I've filled my plate up. I think what I'll do is I'll come back later, if I can manage, down in this lot for the actual biscuits and sweets. I wonder what these are here. I'm really not sure, but I'm going to try one. Looks like everybody's already sat down. What, am I late to the party? By the way, in case I haven't said, we're in Valencia City. This here, Ken. It's a bit like a jelly. That's really nice. It didn't look too nice, but it tasted nice. These here This is like fish, raw fish, is it? A bit like sushi, no?
That is not vegetable sushi. In the middle, just the cabbage or what?
Oh, okay.
Cucumber.
So we haven't got proper sushi. Oh well.
No,
Maybe for another day.
not fish.
Hello, City Pine staff member. We're going to try all your lovely food tonight. How are you doing? How long have you been open here for?
Sir?
How long have you been open for? Hang on. Oh, we need a translator.
Sir, this is 8 months. 8 months.
8 months. 8 months. Fantastic. We love the food here. It's been absolutely lovely. You probably can't understand the word I'm saying. I shall end in saying, Mayayong gabi. There we are. What a lovely place. Oh, the manager, hello. How are you doing?
Hello.
Kamusta ka?
You can interview the chef as well. The chef.
We're trying to get subscriptions here to boost the channel. Hello, sir. How are you?
Fine.
Do you speak any English? Any English? No. You'll have to say to the chef.
I asked him how you make the food. Why it tastes so good?
Oh, we're very pleased with the food. It's lovely. So you're a top chef.
Diskarte lang, diskarte.
He do it himself.
Excellent. Thank you very
Learn
much.
by experience.
Yeah. Excellent. Dagan salamat.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You see, only in the Philippines we get the 5-star treatment.
He can explain to you because he got a limited English.
I've got a limited Bisaya.
Ah, yeah. Limited desire.
We got a
You
problem.
only have one desire, right?
Salamat.
He can understand you, but then it speak fluently.
Yeah, I know it's my slang.
Yeah.
It lets me down.
Yeah. I told him that he will be in your video and
Yeah, I
you'll
know.
put it tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be in the next video coming out. But in England, we don't get all this sort of like all the people getting involved and everything. But over here, everyone's sort of like happy and wants to know what's going on. If there's a camera around, they're all in on it.
We love to be in the video.
It's a great atmosphere. You'll have to explain that to him in your Bisaya because he doesn't understand the word I'm saying. Well, I am certainly stuffed. Do you know what I like about these places? They even supply the toothpicks. Anyway, more importantly, do you know how we were able to afford this meal? The money we saved on the car insurance, obviously. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Love this place, City Pines Buffet in Valencia City, and we'll see you all in the next one. Adios.